Hey you guys, it's Sabrina and this is Simply Sabrina Stitches. As you can see by today's title, I'm going to be doing a little story time on the time I almost got sued by a popular children's brand. Now, for most of you who don't know, I started my business, Abrana Finds, back in the height of the pandemic in 2020. I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wasn't sure what area of business I was going to go into, but I just knew I always wanted to work for myself. That's always been a dream or a goal that I wanted to accomplish for myself. I, like the rest of us, was quarantined and I taught myself how to sew. I started selling to friends and family. They really liked the quality of it and they kind of convinced me to start selling these items online. And I didn't know much about business at the time. At the time, it was so hard to get a hold of any fabric, so I only had Disney and this other company. But I will give y'all a little hint. They're currently in the media right now for not waving at children. Now, if you know, you know. I was doing really good in sales, selling the fabrics from this particular company, from toddlers to adults. At one point, I became a bestseller. And I seen that a lot of people weren't really selling this fabric, and honestly that should have been my red flag right there, because I would say about a few weeks after, I received an email from Etsy Legal. Now at first I initially thought it was just a newsletter that they were sending out to, you know, keep people up to date about the rules and the policy of selling on Etsy, until I actually looked into it and seen that my business was being addressed and someone reported one of my listings. And when I seen who reported it, it was actually a representative from this company. Now, within the email, it stated that I was reported due to copyright infringement, which I was confused because I was purchasing fabric and making it into mass. I didn't necessarily think that it would be still considered copyright infringement, also because there's thousands, and not to say like, you know, if someone else do it you should do it too, no, but there were thousands of other people selling, you know, licensed merchandise. So me being new to business, this type of handmade business, I was unaware that that would still be considered copyright infringement. So Etsy deactivated my listings and let me know that if I had any questions or I wanted to appeal the ruling, I could reach out to the company myself. And honestly, I don't know what gave me the bright idea to reach out to this company myself, but let me just say this: it went downhill after that. So I basically sent them an email asking them what was the steps that I would need to take to become a reseller for their company, and I could give them a cut of some of my sales because I was doing really good selling those masks at the time. And I did not get the response that I was looking for. It was more so, if you don't stop selling, we're going to take some legal action. So there was a lot of corresponding going back between me and one of the representatives from the company. She was an intern at the time, and she CC'd the CEO and vice president, and all I could think about is I just started this business and I'm already out of business for doing something that I didn't even know was considered illegal, you know, because like I said, so many other people were doing it and I thought that it was okay. But the emails basically stated that they wanted proof that I discarded all of their fabric. They wanted a written statement that I would no longer sell from them. And not only did they want to be reimbursed, but they wanted to be reimbursed 100%. At this point, I wasn't going for it. No. Now, if they wanted a cut, like maybe 10 or 15% or 5% or whatever the sales that I made, okay, we could have went to a settlement and made a deal. But 100%, no way. No way. Was there was a lot of time and effort that I went to putting in with these masks. I also had to deal with customer complaints and exchanges. Y'all are not going to get 100%. I'm sorry. And at that time, I already reinvested the money back into other sources because I knew masks wasn't going to last forever. And that's how you have this machine back here. I knew I was going to eventually have to switch my business model to keep the longevity, but it was just a crazy experience. I have the tendency to overthink a lot of things, so I actually did some research and I contacted a pro bono type lawyer at the time to get their legal advice in case they wanted to take this to court. And basically they were saying that I was in the wrong, and they didn't feel like this company was going to really take it to court because of the small balance amount, and just see if I could work something out with them mutually. But to this day, honestly, I don't know how they just stopped contacting me in reference to the money. I didn't have to pay them, thank God. Like, really, I give all credits to God on that, because I don't know how I was going to pay them. I even made a joke out of it, but I was serious that, you know, if you guys give me a job, then I will pay you guys back. That's how much, you know, I really honestly just did not have it at the time. So I say all that to say this: do not sell any copyrighted items, because there are people who are hired to look out for these things and will come after you, whether you're a big company or a small company just starting out. They do not care. They want their coins. They want their money. And depending on what entity business you are, whether sole proprietor or LLC, they can come, if they decide to pursue and sue you, they can come for your personal assets. You know, when we get into business, we're in it for the long haul, not the short haul. You don't want to end your business over a little bit of chump change. No, we're not doing that. Okay, so I know it's rough on sales, because I'm suffering with sales because I no longer sell copyright infringed things, but it's okay. I just have to figure out another way I can market my items or create new designs that people will like. Now, if you want to do custom orders, that's fine. You know, nobody will know. Just don't put it online. Don't put any licensed items online. Like, it's 2 years later and I'm still kind of triggered by this. Like, I really almost lost my business for something that I really didn't know at the time. And I just wanted to share this with you guys to let you know that when people say do not sell these things, they're not just saying it. You could really lose your business, and it's really not worth it. There's a lot of other Etsy accounts that don't really have copyrighted things on their listings, and they're still able to make decent money, decent sales. So if you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to like, comment what you felt about this story time down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.